12,000 years old, older than Stonehenge, older than the pyramids, older than agriculture itself. A complex of carved stone pillars, 6 meters tall, 10 tons each. Hundreds of them. Barely surviving according to every textbook ever written about this period. And yet, they coordinated thousands of workers across hundreds of miles. They fed them, they organized them, they carved limestone by hand for generations. Then they built something that has outlasted every civilization that came after them. The Roman Empire, gone. Ancient Egypt, gone. This tomb still standing. And then, when it was finished, they buried it. All of it, deliberately, carefully, stone by stone, layer by layer, until it disappeared completely. They walked away and said nothing. Southeastern Turkey, near the Syrian border, a dry, unremarkable hillside. Beneath it, at least 20 stone enclosures, hundreds of carved pillars, a construction project that lasted over 1,000 years. Only 5% has been excavated. 5%. The people running the dig have slowed down deliberately, not because of money, not because of weather, because they're not sure they're ready for what's underneath. The carvings are not random. Foxes, vultures, scorpions, snakes coiled mid-strike, every animal placed with intention, in positions that repeat across different enclosures, separated by centuries of construction. Someone was communicating something. Here is what the history books tell us. Humans farmed first, then settled, then built cities, then created religion and monuments. That is the sequence. That is the foundation of everything we call civilization. Gobekli Tepe breaks that sequence completely. The people who built this were not farmers. There is no agriculture in the earliest layers, no storage, no irrigation. These were nomadic hunter-gatherers, people who, by definition, should not have been able to stay in one place long enough to build anything. Klaus Schmidt, the archaeologist who spent his life excavating this place, proposed something radical. They didn't build monuments because they had civilization. They built monuments. And that created civilization. Religion before farming, the sacred before the practical. Schmidt died here in 2014, still digging, still without an answer. Around 8000 BC, roughly 1500 years after construction began, something changed. The builders stopped, and then they filled it in. Not with rubble, not with debris, with carefully sorted limestone, animal bones, flint tools, material that was selected and placed deliberately, layer by layer, enclosure by enclosure. It took effort, significant effort. This was not abandonment. This was a burial. Why would you bury what took 1,000 years to build? There are theories. A catastrophe that made the place spiritually contaminated. A ritual end of cycle. Closing one age before beginning another. a deliberate act of concealment, hiding something from someone or from time itself. None of these theories have enough evidence to be called an answer. What does have evidence is this. Around the same period, something catastrophic happened. Temperatures dropped across the entire planet. Ecosystems collapsed within years. Ancient people across the region recorded it in symbols, in myths, in the way they suddenly started building walls and storing food. The people of Gobekli Tepe may have seen the world ending. The burial may have been their response. 95% of Gobekli Tepe is still underground. Every season, new chambers, new pillars, new carvings that don't match what was found before. The archaeologists working here now say privately that the deeper they go, the less they understand. Not more, less. Klaus Schmidt spent 30 years here and died without an answer. The teams that followed him are no closer to one. We know someone built this. We know someone buried it. We know it rewrote the timeline of human civilization. What we don't know is why a group of people, 12,000 years ago, decided that some things are better hidden than remembered. The hill is still there, waiting.